You've heard of unconditional love, but have you heard of the secret to unconditional happiness and allowing more into your life? More wealth, more success, and more love. More freedom in your life right now. Welcome to the Happy Bar with Israel Savage.
I'm building that belief. Although I don't have physical evidence of anything happening, apart from going to some auditions that...
May I pause you there for just a second? The physical evidence is the emotion. That is the first physical manifestation of what you want. The emotion must come before the thing, always. And so the emotion is like the street sign that says exit in 2 miles. It's telling you that you are on the right track, the better and the better feeling emotion. That's the first physical manifestation. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, because we want to touch it. We want to smell it. We want to see it, right? And we're not used to thinking of our emotions as real things. We discount our emotions. We don't pay attention to them. We think they're not needed. And we put so much emphasis on our other senses, not realizing that it's our emotions that will guide us every single time. It's our emotions we were born with to guide us. And so as you're feeling better and better and better, then you are more and more on track, and the thing that you want is closer and closer to physically manifesting.
I really believe it. Some weeks more than others. I mean, I go a bit up and down, but of course, I think it is because I speed up, and then some weeks something happens that throws me like out of my way of thinking that I was building up.
So just to insert just a thought here, what is always happening is that you are encountering contrast. You're encountering something that you have a practiced habit of thinking about that is not ideal for you. And it's really the meaning you bring to that topic, not the thing itself, because no person, place, or thing can make us feel anything. It's your thoughts about it. And so you're coming up against clarity that, wow, I have some thoughts about this topic that don't feel good to me. And a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. And so if there is a belief around a topic and it doesn't feel good, then you can practice a thought into a new belief. And so this is good. You're bumping up against messages that, okay, I have a little work, a little massaging out to do on this topic. But it's not the topic. It's the meaning we bring to it.
Yeah, so... Yes, but I really do believe that things are about to happen. Something's about to happen. So something like that. But it seems like it's wishful thinking. Also I'm making decisions on that. Like not focusing on getting money somewhere else, like for instance, which is so unusual for me to do that, because I needed to have everything under control, and know that. And somehow now I feel like I'm risking not to have an income in 2 months, something like that. Because of this, because I am like focusing so much on this needs to happen. Oh, this is about to happen. So I don't know if that is a good idea or just like...
Well, you can't get it wrong, because here's the thing. There's nothing more powerful in the universe than focused desire. And you get to choose where you focus your desire. And so let's say you decided against what you truly want to go out and get work, to get jobs other than what you want to do. Well, those jobs aren't going to come easily because you don't want them. Is the truth. they're not going to come to you easily, because the messages that you're sending out underneath that is, I'm going to do this because I know I should do this, but I don't want it. And so they're not going to come. And so it's best to focus on what it is that you truly want and be in touch with that. Now, what may happen if there's a period of time where you don't have income, the income that you want, then that may increase your desire for income, no matter how it comes. And so then you'll focus on jobs, and you'll want those jobs. You'll want those jobs that are other than acting. But forcing yourself to do something other than what the desire is there for is really a waste of energy, because the universe is listening to what you mean, not what you say, not what your actions are, what you mean underneath that. And if you truly don't want income from other places other than acting right now, you're not going to get it. But again, that may change. And there's an ebb and flow that happens. And do you see how you can't mess this up? Because as your experience in life, you may find, many actors find that, I should say some actors at some points in their careers find that I just want to have a day job so I don't have to worry about cash, so that I can, because that's such a place of discomfort for me, finances. And so if I can take care of that, and the easiest way, the easiest path, and this is about taking the easiest path, is just to take care of my finances. That's the easier path, just to get any job whatsoever that doesn't require a lot of focus. So then I can, in a carefree way, approach the thing I love. Because if I'm worried about finances, I know I'm not going to be able to approach acting, and which is the thing I love, in a carefree way, and it's going to influence my results. And so for them, that's the easier path in that moment, just to get something that, okay, cross finances off my list because it's such a charged topic for me. For other people, that's not the case. And it can change for someone. And so you just have to, like, tune in the radio, have to be in touch with where you are at any given point, and be aware that if something starts to cause you so much discomfort that it's pulling focus, then maybe it needs your focus and attention. And the thing to do is always to take the easier path. You know, my son, things have changed just a little bit, but a year or two ago, he would go into his classroom. I guess he was 7, 8 or so. And if there was something the class was doing and he didn't want to do it, he just didn't do it. He just wouldn't participate. And he felt fine with that. Now, you know, he just didn't have that gene, that people-pleasing gene that a lot of kids do, where you want the teacher to be proud of you. He just didn't have that. So
That's so good.
And so there was no external motivation for him to do something that he didn't want to do in that classroom. He didn't care about grades. He didn't care what I thought as his parent or anybody else. And so the teachers didn't know what to do with him. You know, and I didn't know what to do with him, or if I should do anything with him. Part of me really likes that quality. However, what started to happen was, as the kids were doing an activity, they would bond together through the process of doing this activity, even if they didn't like the activity. There was a bonding that was happening, and he was starting to feel isolated and left out, because they were on this journey and experiencing this thing together that he was not a part of. And then they show the final product, and there was pride in it, and he was feeling left out of that part too. And so at a certain point, the pain of that, the discomfort of that, led him to a new desire, which was to be a part of this experience of creating, even if he didn't like this subject or topic. And so the conversation I had with him was to take the easier path emotionally wherever you are. And so if in that moment it's easier to do the activity, if that feels easier in the long run, because you know, okay, fast forward a couple months, you know, I'm going to want to feel like I was a part of this group. I'm going to want to feel like if that's the easier path for you, then just do the activity. There's going to be some discomfort because you don't like it at first, but it sounds like you don't like not feeling included more. that's not something that you enjoy. So take the easier path. And the other thing that really he responded to was he hated, let me rephrase this. He enjoyed his freedom and autonomy. And the teachers were starting to hover over him and give him all this attention because he wasn't doing this activity. And I said, the teachers, the easier path here is to do the activity, and the teachers will give you space and leave you be. And so you have to decide, is this hovering something, and all this focus and attention, is that because that seems to be part of the package here. Is that what you want? Or is the easier path just to do the thing and move on? And so I think that's a good lesson for all of us. What is the easier path? And again, it changes. And if you can line up with that, okay, in this moment, this is the easier path for me. This is the better feeling path in this moment, and do that, then you can bring with you much more desire and much more focus, and you can feel better about the journey.
If you liked what you just heard, then take inspired action now. That's right, act while you are feeling good. And build on your momentum. Schedule your free discovery call with me at instudios-nyc.com/happybar.